Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot and Astrology Poetry Night, finally. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I had to wait until I was feeling really desperate. I don't know what it is about desperation and poetry. Truly, I don't. So, here I am. If it gets any more humid outside, I'm going to turn into Mark Bolan. No. Okay, so I was looking for a positive poem. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. I'm laughing because I have this it's a depressing poem, but honestly, with Mercury retrograde, Saturn and Neptune together retrograde, and Pluto retrograde, I'm just saying, I might read it at the end, but I'll give a warning so anybody that doesn't want to hear it. So I found two that aren't too bad, actually. I mean, they're not grim, I don't think. One is old and one is new. So this one is old, and it is called, I forgot all about this, and I was looking through my files, and I found this. It's called Eleanor. Crisp white muslin, green lawn day, blue sky, round sun, no clouds, leaves just so, strolls along the bank, back straight, brown sugar hair neatly confined, hands gloved, nails trimmed, pale lips aligned, thoughts in order, single file, falls asleep in shade, wakes beneath ground, hair black, skin brown, smells of roots and moss, basks in moon, gathers weeds in dark hands, thoughts scattered, pollen on the wind. It just dawned on me, that sounds like she died. She wakes beneath ground. I did not mean it literally. And also I'm croaky because I have terrible allergies. Okay, so this is just a nod to being silly. It's hard to find poetry that's not grim. I guess that's when we write. I don't know why. Excuse my voice. This is called A Tale of Romance in honor of Neptune. Under the fountain, which I made up, there are dead leaves blowing. In front of it, a man walks over to a woman, who I made up, and tells her he loves her. The trees are waving their branches around in the breeze, which I made up. At first she, yes, that one, turns her back on him, but finally his words move her, and she turns toward him. They embrace briefly, and he removes his black cloak, which I made up, and drapes it around her shoulders. Then he gets down on one knee, reaches into his pocket, and pulls out a ring, which I made up, and offers it to her. She, yes, her again, looks at it with tears in her eyes and holds out her hand, allowing him to put the ring on her finger. Then he whistles for his horse, which I made up, and he hoists her, I don't need to say it, onto the horse's back and then climbs up himself. They ride off together in the direction of a beautiful castle, which of course I made up, and in which they will live happily ever after. Okay. Now, in honor of, sorry, this is a different bed and I'm falling off it. In honor of Saturn and Neptune going retrograde together, maybe it's because it's conjunct my Mars and Pluto's opposite my ascendant, and I've probably said that before on the channel, but if anybody has anything at the beginning degrees of Leo or Aries, oh my God, that's all I can say. Oh my God. I feel for you. I feel your pain. I feel for you, but I think we're undergoing a transformation. I don't know. So I'm going to read this. So this is kind of sad, I think. But it just, maybe it's the Leo rising coming out. But for anybody that's lost a loved one, and haven't we all? Who hasn't? I don't know. Maybe if you're like 20, you're lucky enough not to, I don't know. But, and this is the wrong time of year because I wrote this last spring when I was doing taxes. So, again, this warning, it's not very happy. It's called Death and Taxes. I have never felt so alone in my life. Last night I was doing our taxes. Yes, I still say our. When I finally understood, I mean really understood, that you're not coming back. Did I think you were after seeing your lifeless body? Apparently. They say nothing is certain except death and taxes. How fitting that it took tax forms to convince me you're gone. I'm sitting on the bed waiting for severe thunderstorms to roll through, half hoping they'll be big enough to damage my car, the old one, the one I was driving when we met, fell in love, and got married. It's sitting in the cul-de-sac, waiting to be sold. I imagine myself running out there after hailstones have shattered the windows and angrily beating on them, feeling a strange sense of pleasure as the jagged glass pierces my skin and warm blood runs down my arms. Then I will savagely and joyfully beat my head against the hood, badly denting it, of course, and collapse in a heap on the street. My mother had a C-section when I was born, and when they pulled me out of her stomach and discovered half of my right arm was missing, there must have been some drama in the room. I figure I may as well go out with the same amount of turbulence with which I came in. It's been 3.5 years since they carted your body away, and I'm still sitting in this house alone. I have my Zoom groups, but lately they don't feel right somehow, as if everyone is in a different dimension than I. Tonight, in my weekly book club, for example, something I thought I would never join, it was as if each person had been replaced by an alien. I felt out of place, misunderstood, betrayed in a way. I wondered how they had managed to hoodwink me for so long. I'm used to being the odd one out, but I thought I had found a place where I was safe. So what do you do when all you love has been taken from you and everything that's left is upside down and backwards? Where do we go from here? I'm using the royal we, the one my mom used to use, the one which made my dad ask, "Do you have a turd in your pocket?" How do we navigate without street signs, with all the lights off, with no one left to hold our hands? I drew a fairy oracle card for myself tonight. It was the Lady of Faith. Yeah, right, I thought. Faith in what? Death and taxes? I've already checked those boxes, no pun intended. I'm not asking for certainty. I'm not looking for joy. I'm not expecting everything to always go right or to ever go right. I'd just like one final round of applause before the curtain falls. Okay, please applaud if you feel like it. Maybe I'll feel it. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks. Good night.